Willpower, the ability to resist short-term gratification in the pursuit of long-term goals. In your life, you know exactly what you need to do, but you don't do it. And when you don't do the thing, you always come back to one simple excuse. I just don't have enough willpower. But that's where you're wrong, because willpower is not something that you have, but something that you earn. What do you mean? This is a £10 note, and with this £10 I can buy a variety of things, like this lawnmower from Facebook Marketplace or this bespoke set of ceramic pots. But if I wanted to buy something that was greater than £10, I would need to earn more money, and willpower works in a very similar way. If you want to have more willpower to spend on the things that make your life better, you need to earn more willpower. And today I'm going to use psychology and one of my own theories to tell you how you can do that. Now, I fundamentally believe that there are two types of activities when it comes to willpower. There are those that earn us more willpower, and I'm going to call those source behaviors. But there are also those that make us expend willpower, and I'm going to call those sink behaviors. This idea overall is what I have called source or sink theory. And if this theory is correct, then in order to do things that make our lives better, things that require willpower and motivation, we have to think about the balance of source or sink behaviors in our daily lives. You need to make sure that you earn enough willpower for the amount that you want to spend. It's just like money. Willpower does not grow on trees. It takes effort to build motivation. If you try to use willpower that you don't have, well, that's called burnout. It's not your fault that you struggle to be motivated. It's just an issue that you haven't built up the willpower fuel or the willpower sources in your daily life. And this video is going to tell you exactly how you can do that. But first, we need some science. Now, I'm going to split our sources of willpower into two distinct categories, those that are biological and those that are psychological. Biologically, if you want to have more willpower, you want to be sleeping well, you want to be eating good food, and you want to be doing the things that generally maintain the health of your body, like hydration, sunlight, exercise. If you hit these biological fundamentals, you will every day top up your sources of willpower, and I think you'll be surprised with how much these simple things increase your motivation. And it's ridiculous because most people spend their lives sleep deprived, when sleep is the time where your brain drains away all of its metabolic processes and starts fresh for a new day. Sleep is the highest leverage activity that you can do to gain more willpower. I'm sorry if that's boring, but it's the truth. Secondly, there are the psychological sources of willpower. If you touch your head, do it now please, then you're touching the prefrontal cortex of the brain. The prefrontal cortex is the key brain region when it comes to willpower because it's associated with things like self-control and emotional regulation, like overcoming impulses, as well as focusing on one task at a time and managing distractions. So what we want to do is train our prefrontal cortex, and the best ways of doing that is through meditation, journaling, and self-reflection. The more you sit down with your eyes closed and focus on your breath, and the more you learn about the world around you and the inner texture of your mind, the more you will train that prefrontal cortex for self-control. High levels of self-control are found to be the largest indicator of whether people achieve a large goal or not. And studies have found people with brain damage in their prefrontal cortex struggle with self-control. Train your prefrontal cortex and you will see a benefit. But now I think we need to be actionable. Let's put together a plan of how you can apply source or sink theory into your daily life to gain more willpower. Look at your day and figure out what your sink activities are, the things that make you expend motivation and willpower. For me, they're things like studying, making content, reading, things of that nature. Then you need to figure out how you can fit source activities around your sink activities to make sure you fuel yourself with enough willpower. This starts with a solid sleep schedule. And then for me, I would add things like eating good food, exercising, resting when I need to by watching a bit of YouTube, watching a bit of Netflix. They're the things that keep me grounded and keep me ready to attack the necessary work on the next day. Your schedule will definitely look different to mine, but that's part of the process of trial and error. You need to figure out what activities make you expend or gain motivation and work that around your lifestyle and your goals. As humans, we need a routine of behaviors that keep us on the right track and keep us psychologically stable. Building the correct source or sink habits will gradually change the way you approach doing hard things, and you might realize that what you struggled with in the past was a lack of fuel rather than insufficiency in your own approach to things. And you will feel, for the most part, well rested and ready to take on the challenges that make your life better. I hope this video was of value to you. If you'd like to see another, you can click this one here. You can also use the top link in the description to initiate a first free call with me for my one-to-one psychotherapy mindset service. But with that said, thank you so much for watching.